morning, Jerusalem. We hope you have all had a restful Sabbath. Things around the city seem to be settling down after the chaotic events of Friday. Controversy surrounding the conviction and subsequent execution of Jesus of Nazareth has been causing turmoil during the past week. Jesus himself was declared dead at the 9th hour on Friday. Community leader Joseph of Arimathea requested his body and has had it buried in his personal garden tomb. He has requested that we respect his and his family's privacy and what they described as this time of grief. The rest of Jesus' followers could not be found for comment. Reports indicate that they have scattered and are hidden in fear of repercussions for their own safety. Unusual measures have been taken to safeguard this tomb. Once again, Dr. Caiaphas has graciously agreed to join us and shed some light on this subject. With him, an austere religious scholar, Saul of Tarsus, who has been keeping abreast of the situation. Welcome again, Dr. Caiaphas.
Thank you, Linda. As much as I would wish to avoid the public eye and dedicate myself to more humble and religious duties, this is an occasion that requires clear direction from your leaders.
Thank you, and welcome, Mr.
I hope you'll excuse my liberty in inviting this young man, Rabbi Saul of Tarsus. His insights have my seal of approval.
Dr. Caiaphas, can you explain the security measures at the tomb of Jesus? I understand that Pilate has ordered soldiers to guard the tomb around the clock.
Why, yes, Linda. Pilate was very thankful for our strong advice in this matter. We had heard worrisome remarks of this Jesus when he was alive, which made it seem a matter of prudence to guard this tomb for at least 3 days. That is not the only measure we have taken. We have a large boulder placed, with much trouble, I might add, to cover the entrance to the cave.
What sort of remarks?
Fairly recently, he said, "The Son of Man must be betrayed into the hands of sinful men, to be crucified and rise on the 3rd day." The Son of Man, of course, referring to himself.
Some critics have voiced strong opinions on what they see as overkill on the part of leadership. One well-known scribe writes, "The actions of our leaders to secure the tomb of the dead body reflect the unreasonable paranoia. They seem to be giving more credit to this man's so-called prophecies about coming back from the dead than even his followers, who are cowering in locked rooms and nursing their crushed dreams."
I've read that, you see, Linda, but people need to understand how spectacularly dangerous this claim is. It's not something that we can take lightly or ignore. This man is widely known to have done unexplainable things. Whether or not these are true, we cannot confirm.
Purely anecdotal evidence, I might add, of course, Linda. Purely anecdotal evidence.
Be that as it may, a great many people believe that he was sent from God and followed him, although not to the death. If you notice, he did even prophesy his form of death. But now that he's dead, this faith that his followers had is useless. I don't imagine we'll hear anything more from them. Now, imagine if this man were to rise on the 3rd day. It would change the world, this kingdom that he has been preaching about, that people can be freed from their sins, that they can find redemption, not through the traditional means, but through a risen Messiah who reaches out to even the most vile. And that kind of idea, that would empower his followers to almost anything. Assurance of a life never-ending, the freedom from sin, the presence of their beloved Jesus, not dead but alive. Of course, that's impossible. It is only the seriousness of the ramifications of these claims that has led our leaders to respond with equal seriousness.
It is our job to see what others do not.
Thank you very much for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us. These loonies, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Catch you later, Doctor.
Yes. Well. Wait. What are you doing here?
Dr. Caiaphas, something happened. We were guarding the tomb like you said, and it was all good.
Until this morning.
There was an earthquake.
And the stone rolled away.
Almost crushed us.
Then this thing appeared.
He was like lightning. Not a man.
All right, come in. Don't stand out there gabbling. Come in, gentlemen. Please have a seat. I'm sure that we can somehow arrange to fix your memories. Thank Adonai, the Passover shekels are in. Bring me.
In other news, this video of a kitten playing Baby Shark on a harp has gone viral this week. We interrupt this story with an update of strange occurrence at the tomb of Jesus. We have a correspondent in the area. To you, Samuel.
Thank you, Linda. I'm here live outside the tomb of Jesus, where, as you can see, the stone has indeed been rolled away, and the body is not here. I am here with Mary, one of the first witnesses on the scene. What did you find when you arrived this morning?
There was an angel.
An angel?
Well, a big shining person with clothes that flashed with a light of their own. I don't know what you would call that. Anyway, he asked us what we were doing here, and we were scared. We said, we came to anoint the body of Jesus. And then the angel said, why are you looking for people who were alive in a tomb? Jesus is not here. He is risen.
You said we. Someone was with you.
Yes, we came to embalm the body. We couldn't when he died because it was the Sabbath. You know, the other Mary is still around here somewhere. She got all weepy and wandered off somewhere. She can't do an interview. She is just too sad. Hardly has said a word since Friday. But we really need to get going. I'm sorry. The angel told us that we've got to go let the disciples know that we would meet them in Galilee.
Your belief is that Jesus has indeed risen from the dead.
Yes, he is alive. I saw him and he spoke to me. We must go. We cannot keep the others waiting.
Okay.
Jesus is alive.
Yes, I'm sorry. We need to go. We can't make the others wait to hear this news.
All right. Well, as you can tell, people, it has been a very dramatic time here, and the events that have occurred here are indeed unexplainable. Back to you.
Thank you, Samuel. It appears that the security measures put in place by the Jewish leaders were not as excessive as critics had voiced. Reports of sightings of Jesus himself are pouring in. Several eyewitness accounts put him alive on a road heading out of Jerusalem. At this astonishing turn of events, we have to ask ourselves if the words of Saul of Tarsus apply here. What does this remarkable occurrence in the Garden Tomb mean for each of us? Thank you and goodbye for now.
Now imagine if this man were to rise on the third day. It would change the world, this kingdom that he has been preaching about, that people can be freed from their sins, that they can find redemption, not through the traditional means, but through a risen Messiah who reaches out to even the most vile. And that kind of idea, that would empower his followers to almost anything. Assurance of a life never-ending, the freedom from sin, the presence of their beloved Jesus, not dead but alive. It would change the world.